So we will be doing the last few chapters in the last unit. So as usual, we'll be working out some questions. As and when we see the questions, we will also discuss the concepts. So we are going to do today digestion and absorption.
Ma'am, for Neet portions 2025, I think digestion and absorption portion is not there. I'm not sure though.
Yes, actually, even I saw that the entire chapter, actually, the last unit itself is some of the sites says the entire unit is removed. Some say the first two chapters, like digestion, absorption, and breathing and exchange of gases, are removed. And some of the sites says it's still there. So I'm not very sure. That's why I thought, okay, I'll do it quickly. So anyway, no harm in just
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, looking through
Anyway, I
that.
will check up tomorrow and day after, and then I will let you know. By Monday, I will let you know.
Yeah, I was not actually when I was. I mean, preparing the questions, I was wondering if this portion is really included or not. I checked and I could not get any concrete information. That's why I thought I will just go ahead and do the chapter.
Okay, madam.
Are you all able to see the Word document?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So we all know what are all the parts involved. I mean, we are almost in the end of. You all must be in 12th, and you're all almost in the end of your 12th standard. So I don't have to tell you. I mean, which are all the parts involved in digestion for human anatomy or for any animal or mammals. So we'll just go into the enzymes and the organs. Okay. 1 second, children. Yeah, I'm sorry. So let's start with the first question. The small intestine has three parts. Can you tell me the first part? Are you all able to see the document?
Is the screen visible to all of you? பூந்தமிழ்
Am I
அரசி
am I audible?
பூந்தமிழ் அரசி கேக்குதா பேசுறது?
Yes, sir.
நீங்க ஆன்சர் பண்ணுங்க, இல்லைன்னா அவ எப்படி தெரியும்? ஓகே.
இந்த டாக்குமெண்ட் ஷேர் பண்ணியிருக்கிறது தெரியுதாம்மா எல்லாருக்கும்? ஓகே ஓகே. Okay. Uh, so the first question, the small intestine has three parts. First part, can you tell me which one is? Can you at least name? You don't have to tell which is the first part, which is the second part. Can you tell me what are the three parts of the small intestine? Small intestine is very long. You all know that, isn't it? So it's very long and it has three parts. Can you tell me what are the three parts? I mean, they have a name before it goes into the large intestine.
Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum.
Okay, very good. Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Now, can you tell me the first part? Which one is the first of the three you named?
Duodenum.
Duodenum. So that's the right answer. So the first option here in the first question, duodenum, is the correct answer. Now to the second question.
Madam, one additional information: the small intestine will
Hmm.
be is equal to the perimeter of a football ground.
Yes, it's a very big one. Yeah.
This was told in one of the Sun TV interview by one doctor.
Oh, I see.
I remember it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. The second question, dash is a characteristic feature of epithelial cells of the intestine. See, epithelial cells in the intestine, there is something which is a characteristic feature of that epithelial cell. First of all, what can you say about epithelial cells in the intestine? Where it is situated? No one?
No,
It's a lining wall. I mean,
I
the
think
outer wall, lining
Kartika
wall
had
of the
some answer.
intestine.
Yes, Kartika, you wanted to say something? Kritika or Kartika? Marimuthi.
Ma'am, microvilli, ma'am.
Yeah, microvilli is the answer, but that's not the question I asked you. I'm asking about the epithelial cells. Where does it actually is present in the intestine? It's a it's the inner wall of the intestine. Okay, so the microvilli is present on the inner wall outside. It's like a finger-like projection. It actually by having that projection, the surface area of the cell increases, and so facilitates it for more absorption of the food or nutrients or whatever. Okay, so the microvilli is a characteristic feature of the epithelial cells in the intestine. So option 4 is the correct answer. Now to the third question. An infant feeding entirely on the mother's milk passes stools that are colored yellow. What is the reason for this? Anyone?
None of this, I think, madam.
No.
Guessing.
Actually, it's because of the bile pigments.
Oh,
Bile pigments, because of the bile pigments, is yellow. No one, children? No one is able to guess? Okay, I myself will tell you. See, the bile pigments, they have the products of red blood cell, that is cell destruction. I mean, the macrophages releases bilirubin into the blood. So, and it has albumin and then other proteins basically, which gives this color. Bile pigments carry these things, which gives the yellow color. Therefore, the stool, it's passed on to the stool, so the stool is yellow in color. Actually, for children, generally it is yellow or green or slight pale color. But many, for children with small infants, they pass stool after every feed. So after every feed, if it goes, sometimes it's yellow in color, or some infants, they it doesn't happen like that. Not after every feed, maybe a day or two later. So it depends on the accumulation of the enzymes or whatever is present. The color also changes, but normally it is yellow in color, and that's because of the bile pigment. And the bile pigment is carries the red blood cell destructors. Okay, all right. Now the fourth question. A dental condition that is characterized by hypermineralization of teeth enamel due to excessive intake of dash. The teeth often appear mottled. Can anyone tell me?
Ma'am, fluoride.
Yes, fluoride. So, see, when a person, when the gums are appearing and when the teeth are appearing at that stage, when they are given excess fluoride, then the deposit mineralization of the teeth enamel happens. So the teeth often appears mottled. Like some. You can see something deposited kind of thing is there. That is because of the fluoride. Some food particularly contain more fluoride, like seafoods, more rice, or milk products, milk and milk products. And some foods. Even beans in the sense lentils. Some lentils have more fluoride. Actually, fluoride is very good for dental growth, dental strength, even bones. But if it taken in excess, it can damage the enamel. All right. Fifth question. Spicy food coupled with anxiety may lead to.
Ma'am, hypotension is low BP or high BP?
Hypotension is low BP.
Okay.
Hypertension is high BP.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Spicy food coupled with anxiety may lead to indigestion. See, spicy food, very difficult. It has high fat content and very difficult to be broken down. And with more anxiety, the enzymes and the hormones is imbalanced. The correct amount of enzymes and everything will not be secreted. It may be low or high amount. So what happens is, when the correct amount of enzymes is secreted, only the whatever we eat is broken down to the simplest form, and then it is absorbed or excreted, or whatever happens, the digestion happens completely. When your anxiety, when you are intense, or when you are restless or whatever, or in a bad mood, or very sad or very happy, if you're not calm, or if you're not in a normal state of mind, and if you take a spicy food also, it becomes very difficult for the system to digest, because of the hormonal imbalance. Everything is interrelated actually. Because of the hormonal imbalance, the enzymes is not released in a proper amount or proper state, whatever it has to be. So it leads to indigestion. So first option is the correct answer. Now, next one, sixth. One of the reasons why some people cough after eating a meal may be due to the improper movement of
Diaphragm.
no epiglottis. Epiglottis, something like a flap which closes. I mean, closes the like respiratory tract, and the food is transferred to the esophagus. But if the movement is not proper, if the flap is not working properly, sometimes people cough after eating a meal, or even while eating, they cough because sometimes it does not go completely into the esophagus. So the reaction happens. Seventh question. Dash is a protein deficiency disorder. Scurvy. What is scurvy? Do you know what is scurvy? Why it is? Why it have? Which disorder triggers or
Vitamin C.
yes,
Hmm.
vitamin C deficiency gives rise to scurvy. I mean, what is the preliminary signs of scurvy? Preliminary signs of, I mean, when you have to find, I mean, how do you find that you may be having a vitamin C deficiency? When you have the ends of the lip, you have a like some blisters or uh, what to say, some injury kind of thing you have, the lips, both the ends of the lips, and the jaw, I mean the between the space between the fingers, if it is cracked, when the ends of the lip is cracked, I mean that is a starting um, symptom of scurvy. That happens when vitamin C is deficient. Anemia, iron, iron deficiency, isn't it? When you have anemia, there are so many problems comes, even in your internal organ, and even the same thing with vitamin C also. Every vitamin or mineral, everything is very important to us, and iron is very important. Even the cell respiration doesn't happen properly, you won't have energy. um, you I mean many organs doesn't function properly, so iron is very important. That's why very weak, and you lose weight and hair, skin goes bad, nail goes bad, everything goes bad when you are anemic. I mean, I'm telling about the extreme condition. Now, kwashiorkor, that is a protein deficiency. What happens when the protein is low in your body? Any guess?
Growth is affected.
Yes, growth is affected. That is in general. But how do you find out that, okay, now my protein level has to be brought up? So, what is the initial symptom that you see? Your hair and skin. That shows first stage your protein is going low. Your hair and skin is won't be good if you don't have the sufficient amount of protein in your body. So protein is very vital for many organs to function, for cell respiration, for whatever you name it. Protein is very essential. So if protein becomes very deficient, growth is shunned, you don't have energy level is very low, you don't, if fatigue happens, and then your hair, skin, and slowly even the other organs and tissues also get damaged. So it's a very, very serious condition if it goes into a very severe deficiency. So initial stage is what I'm talking about. So option number 3 is the right answer. Now 8. In frogs, the surface of the attachment for the tongue is. No one? You don't know what is it? The surface of the attachment of the tongue, where it is attached. H-wired apparatus. See, this is actually what happens is it's like a cartilage. It's attached to the tongue with the surface of the mouth. It's in the shape of a H, bent shape of a H. That's why the name. Okay, so option number 4 is the correct answer. Now, question number 9. Doctors will suggest dash if person is suffering from high blood cholesterol. Now, what are the common thing what you see here in the options? One thing is ghee and dalda and lard. You know what is lard? Any idea what is lard? Lard? Ghee is a milk product obtained from cattle. Dalda is something like a vanaspati, it's processed. That is also in a way animal fat and combination processed from vegetable oil, animal fat, everything. Anyway, it's processed. Now the fourth option, lard. Any guess? It's lard is a fat obtained from pig. So if you see this, all these, the ghee, dalda and lard, they all sound similar. It's some animal product, isn't it? So they have a lot of saturated fat in them. So do you think it's good for high blood cholesterol? Any idea? Saturated or unsaturated? You should respond, children. If you don't answer, I will not know whether you are there or not. If you all feel tired, we can stop the class. But if you are not, you have to respond. Ghee, dalda, lard are all saturated fat. So that will only, by consuming that more, will only increase the blood cholesterol more. So the doctors may suggest vegetable oil if a person is suffering from high blood cholesterol. So the answer is option 2. Now 10th one. Chymosin is also known as
Renin, ma'am.
renin. What is it used for? What is it used for?
Ma'am, it is a protein digestive enzyme, ma'am.
For what? What kind of protein? It is the main enzyme responsible for coagulation of milk. Okay, to solidify milk protein. Okay. You were a little close actually. Very good. Okay. Now, fourth, renin is the correct answer. Now, next one. In humans, lacteals are found in. So, what is the function of lacteals? First, think about it. Before answering this question, what do you know about lacteal? Where is it situated? Do you know that? Lacteal is a lymphatic capillary. Where it is located? Villi of the small intestine. Okay, it's situated in the villi of the small intestine. It's a lymphatic capillary. All right, found. So now we know what is lacteal. All right, what is the function of that? So during digestion, what it does? It absorbs the large molecule of fat and lipids from the small intestine. Okay, so that is its function. All right, now we know the function, we know where it is located. Now we answer the question. First option is ileum, second is esophagus, then third ear, fourth none of the above. Now tell me lacteals, where are they found? What is the children? I've already given you the answer. Come on. What is ileum? Where, I mean, which one you name ileum as? What are the three parts of small intestine? Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. So, and lacteals is present in villi of the small intestine. Where is villi present? Ileum. So lacteals should be present in ileum. Isn't it? So the option 1. Are you all able to hear me? Are you all able to see the document?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. All right. Now the 12th one. Nyctalopia can occur due to the deficiency of any guess? Vitamin C we saw, that is scurvy. So vitamin C is not the option we want. Now, from rest of the three, nyctalopia. What is nyctalopia? Is night blindness. You can't see when it is dark. I mean, that is because your eyes loses the ability to adjust to the light. I mean, the bright light and the darkness. So you have difficulty. You will be having difficulty in seeing in darkness when you have this condition. Okay, this occurs because, I mean, as soon as I tell you eye problem, immediately you should relate to which vitamin. Which vitamin is responsible for eyesight?
Vitamin A, ma'am.
Yes, option A is the correct answer. Sorry, option 1 is the correct answer. Vitamin A. All right. Okay. Now, 13th. Pancreatic juice is stimulated by the release of
Ma'am, option 2, cholecystokinin.
okay, that is one of the option. All right. Then actually, secretin and cholecystokinin both are responsible for stimulating the pancreatic juice. See, actually, cholecystokinin is a hormone which secreted by small intestine and stimulates pancreas to secrete and release digestive enzymes in pancreatic juice. Secretin causes the release of bicarbonates in the pancreatic juice. So both stimulates the pancreatic juice. So the answer is 4, 1 and 2. Okay. Now 14th. Which stimulates the production of gastric juice in the stomach. See, this particular hormone sends signal to activate certain processes. As soon as you see the food, some signals are sent, and immediately some hormones and enzymes are released. One of its main function is to stimulate the production of gastric juice. What is the function of gastric juice? It helps break down your food in your stomach for digestion. All right. So, which is that hormone we are talking about? Gastrin, option number 1. Gastrin stimulates the production of gastric juice. As soon as you see the food and you feel like, you feel like having, and those kind of mental state, you want to have the food, and that appetite comes, isn't it? It's all because of the gastrin. It starts stimulating the gastric juice. Immediately, all the hormones and everything, the entire digestive system becomes very active. It just gets up and it's on its heel to be active, and it's waiting for the food to come inside. So the gastrin is responsible for the entire thing. The entire system gets kick-started because of the gastrin. All right, the next one. The enterokinase helps in the conversion of no idea. Give it a try, children. It's okay if you're wrong. Actually, this enterokinase is a protease of the intestinal brush border that specifically cleaves the acidic propeptide from trypsinogen to trypsin. So enterokinase helps in conversion of trypsinogen into trypsin. You may be finding it very difficult to remember so many names, but you can't help it. That's how this subject is. You have to remember all the enzymes, names, and everything, all the everything you have to remember. You don't have a choice. All right, we come to the last question in this chapter today. What is the enzyme that breaks down lactose?
Lactate, ma'am.
Yes, lactase. That's a very simple one. We completed it. Very nice. All right, shall we move on to the next chapter? Breathing and exchange of gases. All right, first question. Respiration in mature mammalian erythrocytes are. What is erythrocytes? You have any idea?
RBC cells, ma'am.
Okay. What is the what do you know? What can you say about RBC? It's something different, isn't it? How different it is from other cells? What is different in those cells? Any idea? What it does not have?
Nucleus, ma'am.
Yes. So when it does not have a nucleus, what it will not have? It does not have mitochondria as well, isn't it? It does not have mitochondria. So when it does not have a mitochondria, what kind of a respiration is possible? Aerobic or anaerobic? Anaerobic only is possible because it does not have mitochondria. A mature mammalian erythrocyte does not have mitochondria, therefore, the respiration is anaerobic. So, option 3 is the correct answer. All right, children? Okay, the next one. Dash is not a characteristic feature of a respiratory surface. Generally, the respiratory surface has to be moist, soft, thin, lot of space. It has to be like that to be able to respire. So, thin, permeable, moist are all other options. Which is the option which is not suiting this description? Dry. So, dry is not a characteristic feature of the respiratory surface, is the right answer for this question. Third, human skin cannot function as a respiratory organ because. Children, this is a very, very simple question. Please try.
Ma'am, first option.
Ma'am,
Hmm. Yes.
it is not permeable to O2 and CO2.
You think that is the only option?
It is either thick,
It is rather
dry,
thick. I mean,
all of
human skin
them.
is not very thin. It is not very thin. It's rather thick. I mean, we are able to withstand, harsh conditions to some extent, isn't it? Unless otherwise somebody, pierce your skin with a sharp knife or sword or whatever, you can survive small scratches and uh, when you go and dash on something else, you are still able to survive with your skin. It does not get cut. That means your skin is rather thick and it is little dry. It is not very moist all the time. You have to apply a moisturizer to make it moist, isn't it? So what is the option? 4. All
First
of
is
the above. Exchange of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide is not permeable, and then it's rather thick and it is dry. Therefore, all the above is the right answer for this question. All right, children? Okay. Now, the fourth one. In cockroaches, inspiration occurs with. Relaxation of sternal muscles and relaxation of abdominal muscles. So, exchange of gases and respiration occurs through this. Inspiration occurs through the relaxation of sternal muscles and relaxation of abdominal muscles in cockroaches. So, it's option 4, both 1 and 2. All right, fifth question. Pick out the statement that is wrong with respect to insects.
Ma'am, I think so. Option one.
Yes, abdominal muscles do not take part in respiration. That is the wrong one. Actually, abdominal, see, just now, the one question above we saw cockroach. Isn't it? Relaxation of abdominal muscles, inspiration occurs. That means the relaxation of abdominal do not take part in respiration is a wrong statement. It holds for all the insects. And when abdominal muscles relax, the air is drawn in through spiracles and tracheoles. Contracting abdominal muscles drive the air out through the spiracles. So they are all okay. The abdominal muscles do not take part in respiration. That is a wrong statement. All right. So option 1 is the correct answer here. All right. Sixth one. Where does the exchange of gases occur in birds? Birds.
Lungs, ma'am.
Yes. Third option, lungs only. Not in air sacs or air sacs and lungs, no. Only in lungs. So option 3 is the correct answer. Now the seventh one. Spiracles in cockroaches are analogous to what in humans? Humans have a similar organ. So what it can be compared to? Nostrils, isn't it? Not trachea, not lungs. It can be spiracle can be compared to nostrils in humans. So option number 2. Now question number 8. Where are the conchae located? First of all, what is conchae? I think you are not able to relate that in the first place. Conchae, I mean, it's a elongated seashell. Um, it's in the shape of a elongated seashell. It's present in the nasal passage. Okay. Now answer the question. Where are the conchae located? I've already given you the answer.
Nostril chamber, ma'am.
Yes, nasal chambers. I've already given you the answer. It's in the shape of, I mean, actually, this concha, or the singular is conca, is actually the word is derived from Latin. It's actually to name, specify the shape. It's in, I mean, a sac which is in the shape of a seashell. It's located in the nasal chamber or nasal passage. Okay. Ninth, laryngeal prominence is also known as laryngeal prominence is also known as? No idea. Adam's apple. Do you know where the Adam's apple is located?
It is in the neck.
Yes, it's in the front of the throat. I mean, it's like a projection. It moves up and down, or it moves when you talk, or when you swallow, when you eat. So that's the Adam's apple. That's a laryngeal prominence, you say. Okay. Then 10th one, glottis open on the floor of. We just now saw about question stating epiglottis. Same thing, isn't it? Glottis open on the floor of. Pharyngeal cavity. Pharynx. Pharyngeal cavity. Okay. Next one, the ring of cartilage that surrounds the trachea is called. You're all there? The answer is cricoid cartilage. Even again, that is also connected to the trachea, pharyngeal part only. The ring of cartilage that surrounds the trachea is called the cricoid cartilage. 12th, dash prevents the collapse of trachea. Cartilaginous rings. 13th.
Maybe the digestion chapter உங்களுக்கு நடத்தலையா students?
அதுதான் நானும் யோசிக்கிறேன். சுத்தமா உங்களுக்கு தெரியலையே.
I think then digestion chapter இல்லைங்கிற மாதிரி நம்ம நாளைக்கு செக் பண்ணி சொல்கிறோம் மேடம். I will
செக் பண்ணிட்டு பண்ணிக்கலாமா சார்?
ஆமாம் பண்ணிக்கலாம், கரெக்ட்.
சரி, ஓகே.
உங்களுக்கு கிளாஸ் எடுத்துக்க மாட்டாங்க அதை. பட் புக்கில் இருக்குங்களா?
ஆக்சுவலா புக்ல இருக்கு, பட் அவங்க வந்து இப்பதான் ரிமூவ் பண்ணிட்டாப்பல தெரியுது.
ஓஹோ, இல்ல புக்கில் இப்போ போர்டு எக்ஸாமுக்கு இருக்கான்னு கேட்குறேன். ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் தெரியல, அவங்களுக்கும் தெரியல போர்டு எக்ஸாம் இருக்கான்னு தெரியல. சரி, நான் செக் பண்றேன் மேடம், நாளைக்கு செக் பண்ணி சொல்றேன்.
ஓகே, யா. So in that case we will stop the class.
We'll close and then we will I'll check with that. Maybe we will look into other chapters in the meantime. Suppose irukudna idu marubadiyum we can talk.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay.
Actually adula vandu in the entire last unit edutha mari irundhudu sela sites la appdi potrundanga.
அதனால தான் அவங்களுக்கு அந்த கேள்விப்பட்ட மாதிரி கூட அவங்களுக்கு தெரியலையே.
அதான். இல்ல லாஸ்ட் இயர் வரல இருந்திருக்கு சார். இந்த வருஷம் தான் எடுத்திருக்காங்க மாதிரி தெரியுது.
இப்போ எனக்கு தெரியுது, எனக்கு எல்லாமே கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கேன். even though I'm not, because due to our age, we know many of these.
இவங்க வந்து 12th அப்படின்னா 11th அவங்க படிச்சிருக்கணும். அவங்க
அதான், அது
11th
அது இல்லையா
ஆ
இருக்கும். அவங்களுக்கு இல்லையா இருக்கும்.
அப்படின்னு எனக்கு புரியல.